Linzi? Linzi! Hang on a sec. My legs won't go any faster.
I turn my head, surprised to see Gwyn Davis hurrying towards me. His face is glowing with exertion. Setting down the wheelbarrow, I idly kick some stray gravel off the path and back onto the border while I wait for him to catch up. Gwyn manages the forestry team here at the vineyard, and he also oversees site security. His time is split between juggling work schedules and whizzing around the extensive grounds on his quad bike, managing the crew and making inspections.
I got something you need to hear.
Gwyn huffs and puffs as he draws to a halt, pausing for a second or two while he composes himself. He mutters something in Welsh beneath his breath, before fixing his gaze on me.
I thought you were in the forestry outpost, he bemoans. I'd have driven up if I'd realised you were out and about.
No one talks about Gwyn's limp, or the fact that it's getting steadily worse. He's a proud man, and at 61, he's as keen as any 30-year-old, but a car accident in his early 50s damaged his knee. For a while now, walking long distances over uneven ground has taken a visible toll on him. If his dear wife were still alive, she'd have laid down the law to him, but he refuses to ease up.
Oh, so you're not chasing after me to give me a hand with the weeding?
I jest, unable to suppress a broad smile.
Like you trust me near those vines?
Gwyn leans in close, lowering his voice as his eyes scope out the swathe of tall trees surrounding us. Up here, looking down onto the lake, sound does travel, as demonstrated by the constant low rumble from motorway traffic way off in the distance. But there's no one even remotely within earshot.
This is from the old man himself, but it's not common knowledge. There's going to be an announcement.
I glance at him, frowning.
Then maybe you should keep that information to yourself until he's ready to tell the rest of us, Gwyn, I remark. You don't understand. He told me because he wants me to give you the heads up.
Ah, so that's why Gwyn has gone to some trouble to track me down. I'm a good mile away from the main buildings that make up the hub of the Green Valley Vineyard hotel and restaurant complex. I can't imagine what's so important that it can't wait until I'm back at lunchtime, though.
The boss is handing over the running of the place to his grandson Elliot, he blurts out.
I stare at him, shocked.
I thought something was going on. Thomas hasn't been out and about much lately. But are you sure you have that right? I mean, in all the time I've been here, I've never once clapped eyes on this Elliot. I hope he understands exactly what he's taking on. Made a bit of a name for himself in London as an investment analyst, by all accounts.
It's not just the glitzy shows that attract Thomas Montgomery and his wife Catherine on their regular jaunts to the city, then.
Oh, well, hopefully he'll do what he does best and leave the rest of us to get on with our jobs. We might have to kit him out when he does the tour of the estate, though. An expensive suit and leather shoes won't stay clean for long.
Gwyn chuckles, but it's a nervous reaction more than an appreciation for my humour.
Thomas will no doubt give him a warning not to upset you. There ain't anyone else around here willing to talk to the precious grapevines,
Gwyn states, quite matter-of-factly. When I joined the vineyard forestry team 9 years ago, I was a 23-year-old, desperate for work. I'd recently moved back to the UK after 5 years living and working in Tuscany. Through a mutual acquaintance, Thomas approached me to come here to this beautiful spot in the verdant countryside of the Welsh valleys, to nurse some sickly vines back to good health. However, when I arrived, there was a level of scepticism among my colleagues about my ability to do the job, not least because people tend to equate age with experience. The fact that I also talk to the plants
didn't help my credibility either.